This is one of 2024's most hyped watches, the Tudor Blackbay 58 GMT. And I'll begin by saying that it's a great watch. It's got solid specs, a decent size, and a top-notch movement. And I know it's almost sacrilegious to say anything against Tudor because everyone loves them. And I promise, I love Tudor too. But I've got to be honest, this watch just doesn't do it for me. In fact, I won't be keeping it. And I have three main reasons for not liking it. Let's dive in. I'll start off by highlighting the positives of this watch first. Firstly, it's a Tudor, so you know it's well built. The 316L stainless steel case has polished sides and brushed top surfaces. In a very typical Rolex and Tudor style, the case profile is very slab-like. But the overall quality of the watch is evident. The dial surface is matte black with gold accents with a domed sapphire crystal on top. The green superluminova is bright and highly legible. The watch has pretty nice dimensions, being 39mm in diameter with a lug-to-lug length of 47.8 and a thickness of 12.8mm. I think these dimensions make the Tudor Blackbay 58 GMT pretty wearable on most wrists out there. Adding to the wearability is Tudor's 3-link bracelet that feels comfortable on the wrist even after wearing it for hours on end. But the real MVP is the T-Fit system in the clasp. This mechanism allows you to resize the bracelet on the go with 5 different positions, so you can easily tighten or loosen the bracelet throughout the day. The mechanism works brilliantly and does so without making the clasp overly big. Honestly, the T-Fit system might be my single favorite feature on Tudor watches. The last big positive with this watch is the movement. The MT5450-U movement powering the Blackbay is a true or flyer GMT movement. Here, the GMT hand needs to be set with the minutes hand, while the primary hour hand can be set independently. True GMT movements are great if you travel often because they allow you to easily jump the primary hour hand to match your current time zone while keeping the minutes and GMT hand static. This movement beats at 4 Hz and has a power reserve of 70 hours. Most importantly, this movement is COSC as well as META certified, ensuring accuracy within 0 to plus 5 seconds a day and resistance to at least 15,000 Gauss of magnetism. Oh, and the whole package is waterproof to 200 meters, making it a proper dive watch too. Lastly, the watch comes with a good 5-year warranty. Now all this sounds pretty great, so what are my problems with this watch? My first issue is the design. I generally like a cork bezel configuration and I do like it here as well. Both the red and black aluminum colors are vibrant and complement each other well. And this watch does photograph really well. The warm colors just make the watch look beautiful on camera. But in real life, something about the design feels off. In my opinion, the bezel is too thin and so are the hands, especially the GMT hand. I don't like the fact that the GMT hand looks so similar to the seconds hand. Once I saw that, I just couldn't unsee it. A different color or silhouette for the GMT hand would have made it more legible. In its current execution, all 3 hands sort of blend in together unless you strain your eyes for a better look. The gilt overload on the watch also throws off the balance for me. The hour markers on the bezel are gold, the hands are gold, and so is the text on the dial. Again, some contrast on the hands would have made the watch easier to read. And just to clarify, I generally like gilt accents on watches, but in moderation. For example, I love the way my Blackbay 54 looks with some gold tones. On this GMT, it feels too much. I would have also liked to see a more pronounced bezel here. Something slightly more bold like the GMT Master 2. The thin bezel and hands and gold overload makes the design look unbalanced to me. But it may look good to you. I'd like to know your take on the Tudor GMT design. Do you agree with me, or is this a design you dig? I would totally want to hear differing opinions. As for me, I just don't connect with this design. Not a fan. What I am a fan of is the awesome clothing that fioboc make. I know that fioboc has sponsored this part of the video, but after using several of their shirts and pants, I can truly say that this is a brand I would spend my own money on. They sent me over some clothes in the summer that I enjoyed, and the winter collection is top notch too. I've been wearing this half-zip sweater and it's soft, comfy and surprisingly warm for its size. It's the perfect semi-casual outerwear for cooler weather. For a slightly different look, the long sleeve t-shirt is another comfortable option. Instead of reading the spec sheet, you can just see it on me. This thing just came out of the laundry by the way. Hardly any creases or folds. Also super soft and stretchy. But my absolute favorites? Definitely these ABC everyday chinos. What I enjoy is the stretchy yet durable fabric used. These chinos are without a doubt some of the most comfortable pants in my wardrobe. You can check them out for yourself using the links in the description. If you're quick, you might even find some good Black Friday deals on them. Moreover, you can use my code WOUT20 for an additional 20% off on all orders. Thanks to fioboc for these, and back to the negatives with the Tudor. My second reason is actually a bunch of smaller reasons clubbed together. The first is that the watch is slightly bigger than my ideal size. Before you downvote, let me clarify that this is very much my personal issue. The 39mm watch should work well with most people, but unfortunately, I have a very skinny 6-inch wrist, and watches with lug-to-lug distances over 47mm tend to look slightly large on me. For my wrists, the sweet spot is between 36 to 38.5mm. Now I agree that the Tudor doesn't look massive on me, but a slightly smaller version, something like the Blackbay 54, would have been visually better. Then there's the clasp. The Tudor shield which is used to close the clasp is really sharp. I've actually cut myself while trying to unclasp the watch. And this issue isn't specific to the Blackbay 58 GMT. I've also had this issue on my Blackbay 54. Now, I'm careful when I'm trying to open this clasp. If I do it in a rush, I always run the risk of cutting myself. I've not had this issue with the Monta SkyQuest, nor the Rolex GMT, nor any other watch really. Tudor, please fix this. Oh, and the bezel action? It's just okay. Not the most tactile or easy to operate, but it's a minor nitpick that I can easily overlook. And now the third and main reason I'm not keeping this watch is because it's kind of redundant for me. I've had this Blackbay 54 for over a year and I love it. It's the go-to that satisfies my use case for an everyday dive-capable watch. Another Tudor Blackbay just feels unnecessary. And I recently got the Rolex GMT Master 2, which was a watch I'd been after for a long time. And that watch does everything a GMT should. Having another GMT that's pretty similar is just overkill. Now let's be real. I would have loved to keep all three watches in my collection. But $4,600 for this Tudor isn't financially responsible for me. Not that watch collecting is ever a financially sound hobby. Still, I'm able to justify a watch purchase from time to time. With this one, I'm just not able to. That doesn't mean that the watch isn't good. Let me re-clarify that the Tudor GMT is a great watch for many people, probably even for you. I would even be happy to recommend it to someone who wants a well-rounded GMT for under 5K. But for me and my needs, this watch just isn't it. If you're looking for a sub $3,000 GMT, check out the Monta SkyQuest video that I did recently. And for a detailed comparison between the Monta, Tudor and Rolex, check out this video. That's all from me today. If you enjoyed my controversial take, drop a like and consider subscribing for more unfiltered opinions. Peace.